Thank you for listening to Lone Star Community Radio. This program was broadcasted and recorded live from the LSCR studios in downtown Conroe, Texas. Lone Star Community Radio is supported by listeners like you. Donate and sponsor today. For more information on getting involved with Lone Star Community Radio, contact us at lscrstudios@gmail.com or visit us online at www.irlonestar.com.
Like a role player on a championship team. It's the Audience of One show on Conroe's 106.1 and 104.5 FM, streaming on irlonestar.com and available wherever you get your podcasts from. On today's show, we discuss the Ultimate Participant Award, robot misdemeanors, and living in the cool zone. I am Andrew, maestro of the run sheet, next to the guy who offers to remove his pants at airport security. It's Dick. I throw snakes at people when I'm drunk. Schisler.
Hey.
Just little snakes, though. Maybe the snakes that St. Patrick drove out of Ireland, right?
That could be.
I don't know. Is that even true?
Water.
Is that story even true about Mr. St. Patrick? I don't know.
I
What'd you do for St. Patrick's Day, bud? Speaking of that.
I didn't even know it was St. Patrick's Day, the day of St. Patrick's Day, so clearly I didn't do anything.
Yeah, I think it's one of those holidays that needs to always be on a Saturday. Because all the festivities took place over the weekend. All the parades and all the heavy drinking. The green
And
beer
I missed
drinking.
that too.
No, you didn't. Don't lie.
Yeah, I did.
What were you doing?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think any of those things need to be on Saturdays.
No, I know what I did. I went
Andrew's
to,
rules for holidays.
I went to
Saturdays
a
only.
crawfish cook-off, and there was
that's right.
no hint of St. Patrick's Day.
Well, I think it's because those two cultures don't mix, right? You've got St. Patrick.
But it was at a bar.
And then you've got Creole going on.
Aren't the celebrations this weekend?
No, it was last weekend, man.
So all the bars were doing their things last weekend?
I mean, there could possibly still be something this weekend, but my assumption is everything happened previous.
No, I
we have a
didn't.
few St. Patrick's related stories this week.
Oh, great. We're doing themed shows now.
I mean, it's not themed necessarily
Sounds like it's
as much as
themed.
it was in the news because it just recently happened. I just want to let the onesies know we are recording from the Strait of Hormuz today, just for a little excitement.
What?
Throw that in. Huh? What?
Why are you
Strait
using
of
big
Hormuz?
words? Big words.
You rubbing your eye like you're about to go sleepy sleep. You literally do look like a little kid when you rub your eye.
Aw. That's why I have this terrible beard, so people don't think I'm like
Child?
19.
Dick, I got to ask you a question. This is typically how I start this show. I got a question for you because I'd be curious to know the answer from a guy like you. Have you ever used a quill pen?
Yeah.
I knew it. You look like the type of guy who might whip out the little container of ink and dab it a few
my
times.
grandfather gifted me a fountain pen when I was,
Yeah.
I want to say when I was like going to college or something.
I've had a fountain pen, but
So-
a quill pen, I'm talking about with the feather.
Oh, I know, but
Okay.
that's where the quill pen, I forgot where I used it. Because I was, basically they were talking about like how to teach yourself to write with a fountain pen is use a quill pen and you'll understand the pressures and stuff like that.
Were you signing the Declaration of Independence? I mean, what was that?
No, but yeah.
I don't know. I've always wanted to try
Yeah, I did all my
one.
thank you notes in fountain pen.
Oh, my. I think fountain pens, quill pens, they're all similar to like calligraphy pens where they're better in theory, but not the easiest to use. They always kind
No,
of get you like that
you
dry
gotta
scratch.
practice.
Yeah, like you're writing and all of a sudden tear a hole in the paper. God dang it. Sucks. I think if you're going to pull out a checkbook at the grocery store line these days, you might as well just go ahead and use a quill pen.
Okay.
That's what I'm
Can
going
you
to do.
even use checks anymore?
You can. It's just the
Because I think I
slowest process
recall
ever.
some
but,
places like we do not accept checks.
yeah, I mean, some places don't.
Yeah.
But I mean, grocery store lines, you every now and again, you'll see the old person pull out the checkbook. Like, God, I just want to see one of them pull out a bottle of ink and a quill pen from their purse. I knew you would have
got
used a
some-
quill pen.
Yeah. I mean, it was like one time. It wasn't like I used it all the time.
I was obsessed with calligraphy as a kid. I thought it just looked so amazing, and I got one of those pens and couldn't really do it. Like I said, you kind of have to turn your hands ever so
Also
slightly.
depends how you cut it.
Cut it. What are we talking about?
You cut the quill.
Oh, well, I'm talking about the pit. Now you're talking back to the quill.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you can make it like sharper or thinner.
Depends on how you cut it.
Man, you know a lot about quill pens. You're a Renaissance man.
I try to dab my feet in little things.
What?
I don't know.
Oh, man. Dick, I had a recall on my vehicle. I'm sure this has happened to you as well. Right, where you get the notice, either the email or you're taking your car in, as it was for me for an oil change, and you got the recall.
Yeah. Actually, I had an interesting recall because...
I got one too. This is why I'm bringing it up.
Because the Maverick was relatively new, and so you expected some recalls. And I was like, I'll just time it when I go do my maintenance. So I went in to get my maintenance done, and they said they couldn't do the recall at a Ford dealership.
Doesn't make sense.
Nope. And I was like, so what do I have to do? And like, oh, well, you have to schedule with Ford and they'll come to your house. And I was like, I don't want anyone coming to my house.
That is weird.
It is weird. And
yeah, I mean, they will do service. You know what? I have had service done at my house. It's a little strange.
But it wasn't Golo. It was Ford.
And they show up in a Ford truck and they got tools and everything. I'm like, yeah, I've had that done.
I parked the car in the street.
In the street. That's what they asked. Yeah.
I was like, you go do that.
Pretty cool. But I guess they can do it for a simple recall, too.
But that was strange. I was like, y'all don't do the recall at a dealership? Like, that's kind of strange and more inconvenient for me.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Well, I just think recalls are funny because we've been building cars for, humans have been building cars for 100+ years?
Yeah.
And the modern version of cars are, 50 years old, essentially. I think it's interesting that we've been building cars that long, yet you can still have a recall for a hood latch malfunction. Yeah, if you aren't careful and don't get this fixed, the hood will just fly open while you're driving.
Yeah, I think mine was the brake lights. It would, there was a chance they'd go off.
We haven't figured this out yet by now to keep the hood latched? I mean, my God.
Yeah, but it's also engineering, and a lot of times with building a car, you don't know how long it will last.
It's always the mundane details. It's I missed a comma.
Yeah, because they can't say, hey, drive this car for 40,000 miles before we put it on the market.
Well, but see, I can understand if it were like something new, like a new sensor for self-driving, something we haven't quite figured out. It's the GD hood latch.
No, that happens all the time.
Oh, my God. What kind of cars are you driving?
No, the only reason I know this is because on our car show, they open up the car show with segments about recalls, and they talk about recalls.
Yeah, you want to make sure you get this right door fixed, because if you turn too hard, the door just flies right open. These are things that you should have recalls on.
I want to say there was one that they changed the transmission to one of those like button transmissions like you do on the screen.
Ooh.
And they had a recall where it was like it would randomly go neutral.
Yeah, wait a minute. So you're saying, and I guess this makes sense since most transmissions now are electronic. You don't have the physical gear shift. They actually had touch screen to put it into drive and reverse. Wow.
I forgot what car it was, but it was funny. I was like, can you imagine going down the road and
what
you're
if
like...
you fat finger something?
Oh, dude. That's why I hope the self-driving cars hit the road more faster. That way I don't have to deal with the technology.
Well, you're going to have to deal with them because they are definitely here. I did see this video of this woman who was in a Cybertruck, and she had it on the self-driving mode. And there was video from, I guess, the front of her car, her dash cam or whatever, and she's up on an overpass, and the car or the road turns to the right, and the Cybertruck says, "Nah, that's all right. I'm just going to go straight," and just slams right into the median of an overpass, mind you, which is kind of scary. And of course, now she is suing Tesla. And I don't know how this is going to work, right? I mean, I don't know who's in the right there. I think they still say, look, it's self-driving, but you need to make sure that you're aware of what's going on.
I'm surprised her hands were on the wheel already. I thought they required your hands.
No, not fully self-driving cars. You don't have to have your hands on the wheel.
Oh, okay.
Driving assist, like you gotta. They'll tell you, put your hands on the wheel.
No, I had that on for about. Actually, that was the worst. Because when I bought the truck...
Because you like to have your hands elsewhere while driving.
Oh, yeah.
Continue.
But I picked it up, and I drove immediately to Austin.
Oh, yeah, I remember this. Yeah.
So I drove more miles on the highway than I did regular roads. And so I had to learn all the things within
You had to learn how to drive the car while going 70 miles an hour.
Yeah, and then it started doing that crap, and I was like, no, sir, not dealing with this.
So you didn't like it at first. See, I didn't either, but I've come to really like all that stuff.
No, I literally, for like 45 minutes, I was dealing with that crap. And then finally I just go, next rest stop, I'm stopping and turning all this crap off. And I did.
And you did? You figured it out?
Yeah.
Some of the stuff is disabled that you're not able to turn off and on at road speed. So, you're like, what's this? It's disabled. You just got to deal with it until you pull over.
Yeah. It was very frustrating. I don't know how anyone deals with that, especially when it's auto-correcting.
Mm-hmm.
And it always feels like it's a second to 2 seconds late after the autocorrect. So it's like, all right.
You got to get used to it. It's a little slower than maybe a human is, but I rather like it. Speaking of liking things, Dick, I was gifted a pair of Skechers slip-ons about a year or so ago.
Okay. Are you wearing them right now?
And I recently went and purchased another few pairs of Skechers slip-ons.
Aren't those like for old people?
And I'm here to tell you, man, I don't have a need for laces in my life at all anymore. These Skechers slip-ons are fantastic. Once you go no laces, you don't go back, man.
Yeah,
it is the best. And when I get committed,
they're not the first shoe company to
I get to keep
invent that.
I get to keep my same pair of shoes. You know what I'm saying? Thinking.
What?
Isn't that the thing when you get committed to the funny farm? They immediately take away your belt and your shoelaces. 'Cause you could be a harm to yourself. But if you got slip-ons, you get to keep your shoes on, bud.
Joke's on them.
Joke's on them.
I got sleep apnea.
I think it's funny,
I'm
though,
taking
right?
myself out.
I think it's funny. It's kind of the slip-on shoes kind of remind me of the Yeti coolers, right? We had coolers for decades and decades, but somehow it took us 40 years to figure out if you just put the wall of the ice chest thicker, it keeps stuff colder longer. We just now, we have self-driving cars. We just talked about it. We just now figured out how to make shoes without laces.
Are you serious?
What do you mean? Am I serious?
Like, they've been making shoes without laces forever.
I don't think so, dude.
Yeah.
Slip-ons? They're not super new, but they've been out, 4 or 5 years maybe?
They've had other shoes like that.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
They make shoes like house shoes and things like that. You can just slip your foot into, and loafers, penny loafers.
Yeah.
But this is activewear, buddy.
Oh.
I just think we're living in the golden age, man.
Do you think I wear activewear shoes? I wear boots or Hey Dudes.
Or nothing at all.
Or preferably Birkenstocks.
It just seems like we live in a world where shoes without laces would have been here sooner. That's all I'm saying.
We had Velcro.
That is true. Man, did you have Velcro shoes when you were little?
Probably did.
Oh, man, I know I did.
I don't know.
And then it got to the point where that was like dorky. I look back fondly on Velcro shoes.
Yeah. I don't see a problem with that. Who cares, man? I don't get it.
Man, I'm telling you, when you don't have to bend over to tie your shoes
I know
anymore,
I have a pair of Hey Dudes like that, and I don't have to do any laces.
And your life wasn't changed suddenly like mine?
No, because I have lace-up boots, so I'm like, all right. I prefer lace-up boots.
I guess technically boots were the first slip-ons.
Yeah, probably. I can't wear regular boots.
No? They chafe your legs?
No, it's just, I like...
Your Sasquatch hairy legs?
I like to be able to move my ankle,
Oh, right, yeah. I got you.
Because I'm always active.
Right.
Plus, I had a real bad boot experience one time.
Tell me about your really bad boot experience.
I was at camp.
Uh-huh.
And it was the year they call it advanced camper. And so we were doing all sorts of cool stuff. We're like welding, we're doing like rock climbing, we're doing also doing really cool stuff. But my boots weren't very tight. And so I had a blister about the size of I would say an egg.
Good God.
It was
on the back?
On the back
top?
heel. I have a scar from it.
Holy cow. Did it ooze?
Oh, yeah. I had to go to the doctor.
Oh, my God.
Because I never really complained about it.
Because you were at advanced camp, right? You didn't want anybody to think,
yeah,
you were less than.
We were in camp. I was at
I'm
camp.
Advanced, bro. I can't let everybody know I'm not really that advanced.
I'm here. And then one of the counselors saw it. And he's like, Dick, what's that on your foot? And I was like, it's just
It's my twin brother.
he's like, is that a boil? I'm like, no,
I don't even know what a boil is.
You never seen a boil?
I mean, maybe I have. I don't know if I
Yeah.
even know what it is.
But yeah, it was pretty sweet.
And so that's the reason why. No more boots.
I was like, screw that, I need them tight.
Yeah, I will say the slip-ons I'm wearing, they're not super tight. I don't know that I would want to play sports in them. You know, something where I've got to cut real quick and get away. Like if I was running from the cops, I probably wouldn't want my slip-ons on. But for
Yeah.
normal, everyday, middle-aged man activities, I'll tell you what, man, nothing beats them. Nothing beats them. But you already knew this. See, you're ahead of your time.
Yeah, what? I like to be comfortable.
This is true. A man of leisure, you are.
Man, I'm a pro, dude. You know what's really funny about those boots? So I've had these boots since, I want to say freshman in college. So that was like, what, 20 years ago? And I went to the store to get another pair, and they don't make them anymore.
Shocker. Yeah, different style. Imagine
then
that
they
two decades later.
Well, no, they're work boots. So it's like, they can't be that drastically different.
Yeah.
And yeah, they make them, but they don't make them in my size. You got to be a giant.
Wait, what do you mean? What they have a minimum size for a boot now?
I don't know.
12?
The lady was even like, I don't understand why we can't order these boots for you. I'm a size 9, which is I would say
I was gonna
average.
say it's about normal, yeah.
But these are work boots, so they have steel. They're specialty made. They have steel
I
toe
think you
and
need
all
to
that
get a
stuff.
different brand.
No, well, yeah, I'm finding one now. But I was like, what are you talking about? Like the website doesn't even have it. Like, no, they don't sell 9s. You have to have a 10 or more or bigger. And I was like, what the hell?
Got to be this tall to ride.
Yeah. Well, I was like, now I feel like Andrew.
This is some man shoes.
feel
Yeah,
like
now you know
Andrew
how I feel. Yeah. My problem is when I do go to shoe stores, the one that's on display is typically my size. And they do that because they're not necessarily real big, and you can they fit a little more easy up on the shelf.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
That's it. What size are you?
8.5.
Okay. Yeah, I'm a 9.
Sometimes an 8.
Yeah, so you're really an 8.
You know, it just sounds better to say 8.5.
Yeah, that's one thing I do enjoy at the bowling alley when the people are trying to get their shoes, and I'm like, there's no way that kid's a 10.
Yeah.
There's no way. He's trying to be tough in front of his friends.
Yeah.
He's like in 8th grade wearing a freaking size
Looks like
10.
Ronald McDonald getting up there to bowl.
Happens all the time. And then they bowl like crap. That's what I like. It's like, oh, you want to look cool, but
yeah. How about throwing it down the middle once or twice? Yeah. Let's mix this up. Hit some
I always
bins.
enjoy that. But yeah,
man,
no,
that's
you know,
funny.
I went to a crawfish cook-off.
Yes, you mentioned that. How were the crawfish?
Oh, dude, so good. And then,
It's disturbing.
dude, they were so good. And my favorite thing about it was this is so funny to me. It was at Papa's on the Lake. I don't know if you've ever been there.
I have, actually.
And it's a really cool spot in Conroe.
It is.
Because it's on the lake. It's huge. Like
As the name would imply.
It's huge.
It's pretty big.
So this place was packed because they had like 20 plus teams. So half the parking lot was cooking. Well, anyway, whoever the smart guy planning it was, which wasn't, I found out wasn't the organization doing the cook-off, is they had 2 lines for any drinks, water, beer. So you can imagine having 300 plus people there.
Long lines.
Long lines. And then what's funny is the regulars were there. And they would get served in front of you. And I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, we waited in line 40 plus minutes. And I was like, we're ordering like 10 buckets.
I was going to say, just order enough for the rest of the afternoon.
We had buckets in both hands. I was like, I'm not coming back. And I'm sitting there going, I bet there's going to be a fight.
Ooh, safe bet these days.
Yeah. And I was like, because this lady literally got in front of us and she's a regular and she just ordered as if she was at the bar instead of like this made line for the crawfish people. And yeah, the next thing you know, someone was a little drunk going, what's that?
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing?
Did they pull her hair?
No, it was like this guy came out of nowhere and was like, how you talking to my wife? And it was great. And then the security people came.
Oh.
But I was like, this is whoever designed this is like asking for this kind of stuff.
Sure, yeah.
Because all I wanted was actually I was in line so long that I just wanted water.
Whoa.
I was like, I'm like, all I want is just because it's hot, and I was like, I just need one water.
Wow. Well, and what I would do at that point is just spend the entire afternoon in line, right? You get your drinks and you drink while you're in line. That first time you get your food, then go to the back of the line and just stand there and eat and drink as you move up, because by the time you finish it, you'll probably be back at the front of the line and you need something else to eat or drink.
The food was great. I tried like 9 different places. And was great, man. It was good. It's what's good.
That's good. All right, buddy. Well, let's go ahead and
I didn't see anyone throw up.
Oh, boo. It's not really a party then.
Well, it's not a crawfish party. Somebody throws up. Somebody throws up.
All right, man. Let's go ahead and kick off the show. I've got a couple of funny stories here I want to cover in this first half of the show. Dick, runners. I know that you were a runner at one point, or you were more of a cyclist, I guess.
Yeah. And then I hated it.
Runners participating in the Los Angeles Marathon 2 weeks ago had the option to receive their medals, Dick, at the 18-mile marker, rather than running the entire 26.2 miles. Why? They want to reward people who, quote, had a tough day through the first 18 miles of the course. Oh, no. It is very real. Apparently, temperatures got pretty warm the day of the marathon, all the way up to 88 degrees. And some runners were having trouble completing the entire marathon. And so they said, hey, look, if you don't feel like completing the entire marathon, we will give you an award.
I thought you were going to tell me they somehow miscalculated the distance. And they were like, oh, shoot, the 18-mile mark is really like 23 miles.
I'm just wondering how they made the decision at 18 miles, right? I mean, if it was tough, it was probably tough at 12 miles too, right?
I don't know. I don't run that long.
The thing is, like, if you want to finish the race, finish the race. If you don't want to finish the race, don't finish the race. If you're tired, walk. But are you really going to look at that medal that's hanging up on your wall and feel real proud of it, knowing you didn't even finish the
I bet
race?
you what it was. Did they announce this before the race started?
No, I think it was during.
Yeah, totally. What happened was John was sitting there and looking at all the times. Is like, man, we're going to be here till like 9 p.m.
I got to get home.
People are walking and it's hot. We got to speed this up.
I was kind of feeling like crap at the 4-minute mile. So really, that's what I'm saying is it's funny that 18 is where they settled on. But I feel like they should do this, though, at a lot of marathons. And they give different size awards depending on the amount of miles that you did. So, like, if you did 4 miles, you get this little tiny medallion.
Well, what happens?
But if you do the whole thing, you get, like, the Flava Flav style.
What happens if the person's like, I'm just going to run it again?
Well, then they just get a medal so big they have to drag it.
How does that work? The running community is really interesting to me because it goes in waves. I feel like in different people's lives. So like if you're, in your 30s, they start running and they get obsessed with it.
Oh yeah, it becomes a thing.
And then you realize you're 30 and your body's not the same as 18.
Well, this is a quote.
But then you ever seen those super marathons?
I have. They run 100 miles,
120 miles,
yes,
and stuff like that.
Ridiculous.
I'm kind of worried about those people.
Yeah, I'm going to end up dying. Well, listen to this. This is a quote from the organizers of the Los Angeles Marathon. Quote, if you're having a tough day and want to end your race before 26.2, you can choose to take the turn at mile 18 and head into the finish line early. You do not need to notify anyone of your decision and can opt to take this route at any time. Bro, we have become so incredibly soft. It's not a marathon at that point. Just make it an 18-mile or just make it a 12-mile. Good God, man.
Yeah. I mean, I think running, if you're active like that, you're doing a good job. But at one point, if you think you're competitive and you want to get a medal, you should kind of earn it.
It's what I'm saying. Just stop running, walk, whatever you got to do to cross the finish line. But don't go.
But that's what I always love comparing the super marathon runners to marathon runners. It's like, oh yeah, I ran marathons. Like, yeah, but this guy ran 120 miles.
Yeah, do you think he looks at marathon runners? That's cute. That's real cute.
Like that's like
26 miles. Aw.
Like that's not just a little bit more.
That's a lot more.
It's a lot more.
Well, this is interesting. Speaking of running content creator Libby Cope, Dick, you're going to find this very interesting. She has gone viral for not her pace or mileage, but for what she makes along the way.
Oh, wonderful. Was she like knit or something?
No, even better. A recent video of her running shows her churning butter on a training run, and this video has racked up over 1 million likes across Instagram. So in her viral videos, she pours heavy cream and salt into double-bagged Ziplocs, tucks the dairy parcels into her running vest, and heads out. And by the time she's done, it's butter. They even show her spreading it on a sandwich and bread and eats it right there at the end of her run.
Oh, go for it, dude.
This is so nasty.
I thought you were going to get like a weird, like what she wears. I don't know, man.
But I do like it's a kind of an efficient use of resources here. But why would you stop at butter? I'm thinking a nice post-run martini or something, right? I mean, what else can you do that needs to
I like
be
it shaken.
Shaken, yeah. Not stirred. Right? What else do you shake and not stir? I think it's mostly just drinks.
Shake and bake?
I guess so. Oh, there you go. You could get your chicken thighs nicely breaded along the run.
Yeah.
It does kind of remind me of like the regenerative braking that like electric cars use.
That's what mine uses.
Yeah, so when you're braking, it actually sends a charge into the battery to help charge it
my
up.
charging coach is upset with me this week.
I'm sorry, charging coach?
Yeah.
You have a coach to help you?
Yeah, it comes up when you brake, and it's like, oh, you return 70%. You return 99%. And, yeah, I've not been doing good.
Wait, is it? The coach is like a little interface on the dash.
Yeah,
of
it
your
just
car?
tells you how much energy you made.
Interesting. So is there a line at which it's so bad they just don't even say anything like "you suck"?
No, it's just
go churn butter.
No, actually, what it's doing now is I get signals on my phone saying I can't do remote access anymore because it doesn't have enough charge to conserve battery. But then again, I don't drive anywhere.
No, not usually. You also don't run anywhere either, so this probably wouldn't work for you. But this is interesting when the cream is agitated. You know all about agitated cream, don't you? Like with all the shaking that comes from a trail run, the fat molecules suspend within it. They start bumping into each other, Dick, and eventually they stick to each other, clustering into larger and larger clumps, and eventually forming into butter. If you were interested in how it actually turns from heavy cream into butter, it's all that jiggling. They start bumping into each other, bumping biggies. And what's that?
Always, when I every conversation I have with a person that says they like to run, I'm like, do you wear nipple tape?
Because that is a real thing.
And if they say no, I'm like, you're not a real runner then.
To prevent chafing of the nipples.
Yeah.
That's why you just run sans shirt and pants and don't have to worry about chafing at all.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a free man.
You just get that helicopter going and
just
head on into the night.
Just going. What's wrong with that?
Nothing. Check this out, Dick. This is a weird one. We talk about AI and robots a lot on this show because why not? A humanoid robot was briefly taken off the streets in Macau last week after it startled a 70-year-old woman walking home at night. A moment caught on video.
Ooh.
It quickly went viral and sparked global debate about robots sharing spaces with
the video?
Pedestrians. It should be in that link down there. No, it's not. It should be in there. There should be a link in there. In that article. But this is weird. So I guess there are humanoid robots just walking the streets in Macau. I love saying Macau.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's weird. It doesn't say what this robot was doing, but it's just walking down the street, doo-doo-doo, and, minding its own robot business. And this lady, I guess, thinks this robot's stalking her and calls the popo. Where is the video? It should be in there.
Here's this crap.
Oh, come on.
You always give me these crap articles.
Well, the incident occurred near a residential
Even
complex.
says video in the title.
I know. That's why I said I thought it was in there. The woman was reportedly looking at her phone while walking when she suddenly noticed a humanoid robot following close behind her. She raged at the machine in Cantonese, because I think if I was to try and scare off a robot, Cantonese is probably what I would speak, yelling, "You're making my heart race." And she said it just like that before two police officers
Get
arrived.
out of here.
I think there was something lost in translation there.
The picture's pretty funny. I'm gonna try to pull up the picture. I don't know if you saw this picture. I found a picture of it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's the picture. I thought there was a video in one of those links, man. Yeah, I just don't understand. It doesn't.
I like the hands are up from the robot, like, yo, lady.
Yeah, it puts his hand on. I'm just minding my business here. I'm just minding my business.
Well, did you see the end of the article?
What's that?
Who was operating it?
No.
And it was a 50-year-old man.
Oh, what a creep. Maybe he likes older ladies.
Uh-huh.
So it was not fully autonomous then, huh? It was just some guy probably with an HD cam in the robot's head.
He's probably just seeing where the robot was going. But he's like, follow her.
Well, the robot was identified as
follow her
as a Unitree G1 model, which is a bipedal humanoid.
I kind of want one.
Developed by. What are you gonna do with a biped human? Oh, actually, I know exactly what you're gonna do.
What am I gonna do?
You make friends with it.
No, I came up with this idea a while back.
Put a wig on it.
Because at one point I was doing super things in the community. And I was like, I wish I could just have an iPad robot on a Segway, like an iPad. That way I can just FaceTime and then it'll just go to the board meetings for me. And I was like, I wonder if there's, and this is also like 10 years ago.
Okay, so it does.
And I thought that would be pretty funny. It's like, oh, there's Dick, the robot, going down. Just, I think that would be great.
It does say that this robot belonged to the local education center. Okay, I hadn't seen that part.
Because like for family parties and stuff,
which have been using the machine for promotional purposes.
I just call Uber and just put the machine in there. I'd be like, hey man, $5. Just take the machine out when you get to the gym or gymnastics place where the party's at, and I just drive it in.
Well, I don't think this is a good look for the educational system, as you got some creepo robot doing upskirts of 70-year-old ladies. Although I guess it could be kind of educational, now that I think about it.
Yeah.
Au contraire.
You never have to leave the house now. You can catcall women.
This is true.
Yeah, I would have too much fun if I could control a robot.
Oh, I know you would. What would you make your robot do, Dick? I don't know.
I think, well, I know
decisions. There's too many opportunities.
I know
here.
For a day, I would bring it downtown and program it to almost get hit by cars and say, "I'm walking here." Like that would be really funny.
Spinning around real
fast.
As
that would be fun. And then I would probably find places I can make reservations at, like not just like the golf place or like restaurants, and I'd send the robot and just be like, reservations for Dick, and it's like. And just sit at the table or try to golf. And people are like, who the hell, what's going on over here? It's like, oh, that's Dick, the robot. I think I would probably do that.
Would your robot have pants though?
No, he would have like a thong or a G-string or something. And then I would have him go to like concerts for me.
Why? The concerts are the fun thing. You send him in to do stuff you don't want to do.
I just like the idea of people going to like a social gathering and be like, what's the robot doing here? Like I even get him to order a beer. And it's like,
what you do is you send the robot in to do like your jury duty or go to church or something you don't want to do, but you leave all the fun stuff up to you, man.
No, I think that'd be really fun.
All right, this is a really quick hit before the break here. Dick, have you ever heard of this term called the cool zone?
I would definitely go to a shooting range. You know, freaked out people would be.
Very, because they think it was like some kind of weaponized drone from Iran or something. Your little robot's not going to make it very long.
Give me the gun.
The cool zone is usually defined by people on social media as a period in history that's super cool to read about, but much less cool to live through. Have you heard of this term, the cool zone?
Like when you're at Astroworld, yeah.
You got the cool zone. That's where they spray you with water.
Yeah.
This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. It says it mostly comes from like left-wing podcasts and such that look back at history. Things like the Vietnam War and these eras are really cool to read about, but much less cool to live through. And of course, they talked about COVID and whatnot. And I'm thinking, isn't that kind of just all of history? Kind of neat to read about, but it sounds like it sucks. I'm not familiar with this cool zone term. I don't know how widely used it is, but I think we're about to enter into another cool zone when people start to read about what's going on these days. Don't want to live through it, bro, but it's so cool to read about.
Interesting. I always feel like at any point in time there's something crappy going on with something.
That's kind of what I'm getting at. So it's just, to me, it's
and
funny.
When I say crappy, I mean like absolutely disgusting stuff. It's always going around somewhere right now.
What's going on right now, guys?
Someone's getting trafficked right now.
Cool to read about, not cool to live through. All right, it's a pretty good time to take a break. When we come back,
Why would COVID be cool to read about?
I mean, think about all the things that happened,
right?
right?
We didn't go like full insane here.
Like some places did, yeah.
Like I'm like full on looting. I always wanted to see that happen.
I mean, you could just do it yourself and get a first-hand POV.
I don't really feel like doing that. I already have everything I need.
All right. All right, man, it's a pretty good time to take a break. When we come back, I never can take a break. I think you do this on purpose. Anytime I say, good time to take a break, he's like, I'm going to talk a little bit more.
Remember I told you one of those goals of mine is to be in a TikTok video?
We're taking a break. Yes. It's not a very lofty goal, Dick. All you do is just turn the camera on yourself.
No, I want to be in a TikTok video.
Background of someone else's TikTok.
And I realized now I want to extend that to when those people go into like a Target or wherever they go and they just steal a bunch of stuff. Have you seen these things? I mean, where like people are just grabbing
and then run.
Sure, I really want to be in one of those videos.
In the background, you just want to be the guy who's pushing the car, going, "Hey, that was my cantaloupe."
Huh. But I'm talking like the mad ones. There's like 20 people doing it.
Yeah, well, they got to steal cantaloupes from somebody's cart.
So
why not you?
I would be like, this is pretty wild.
Hey, you stole my robot. It's now a good time
I would love. Oh man, what would you have the robot say while he's being taken? He's touching me.
Yeah.
He's touching me.
I don't know.
What would you have him say?
Take me to your leader. I don't know, man. Leave me alone.
And have the arms. That would be so good.
All right, now it's a good time to take a break. Yes, all right, there it is. When we come back, we're going to talk about a terrible St. Patrick's Day incident. Right here on the Audience One, guys. Stick around.
Car enthusiasts of Conroe, FM 104.5 and 106.1 Lone Star Community Radio invites you to shift into gear every Monday from 1 to 2 with Cruising Car Club Talk with Robert and Randy for news on all things automotive in the greater Houston-Conroe area. Can't make a live show? We've got you covered. You can find all of our uncut content, including full episodes on Spotify, iTunes, Play Store, YouTube, Facebook, and irlonestar.com. Again, that's Mondays 1 to 2, Cruising Car Club Talk with Robert and Randy. See you there.
All right, onesies, welcome back to part 2 here on the Audience One show. Every Friday at 10 a.m., a new episode on Lone Star Community Radio and, of course, podcast, blah, blah, blah. Audience One. Always send in your funny articles, especially the complicated ones, so Andrew can read them out loud. I always enjoy that.
Or really
at audienceoneshow@gmail.com.
Really difficult names, anything from China, Africa. Please send those in.
And if he can add an accent to what he's reading.
Mm-hmm.
What did that lady say?
I don't remember. I have to have your robot translate it for me.
Man, I'm telling you, my robot would be. You know what my robot's name would be? It would be Carl.
That's original. Carl the robot.
Carl the robot, dude.
Okay.
Or Frank. Like, what do you think about that, Frank?
So formal.
Frank.
I think mine would be called Tito.
Tito?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Tito the robot. Wait, why does it always have to be the robot afterwards? It's kind of implied, right? I mean, you just look at him and you know it's a robot. Unless it's so humanoid you couldn't tell. So you have to say Tito the robot. So people go, oh, it's a robot.
I'm sure there's a complicated way we can look at it. Is it a male? Is it a female?
You have to lift its tail.
Lift its tail. Is it thong?
Would you want a female as opposed to a male, or do you want non?
Are you saying like
non-gender?
You saying like personality?
I think you know what I'm talking about.
Or like the body, like the actual physical part of it.
Mm-hmm.
You're talking about the physical part? I wouldn't care.
Yeah, it's kind of weird that we're even having this discussion because I was just thinking of something that was sexless, genderless, but then you started giving it a name and it was a male name, so then we go down that road. I don't know, man.
If I had to choose the voice, it would be the computer voice from Star Trek.
Okay, mine would be Betty White.
As a female.
Mine would be Betty White.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because, I mean, anytime I heard Betty White's name or voice, it would just make me feel happy.
Really? That's nice.
I heard that she was kind of rough, though, man. That exterior that she put forth was kind of a... well, she was acting, I guess, but in real life, she was kind of...
When you say rough, you mean like a racist rough?
No,
or like?
well, I mean, I don't know about that. I don't think so. No, that she just wasn't nearly as sweet and such a pushover.
She had a
she was
sailor
tough.
mouth.
She was tough as a person to deal with, but...
I thought it was was it B. Routes? No.
What?
B. The woman on Golden Girls. Was
B. Arthur?
B. Arthur was the real stick in the mud.
I heard they didn't get along in
I remember
IRL.
Because she was a thespian.
What?
She was a theater actor.
She did it on stage?
And she was very serious, and she thought the Golden Girls was
beneath her?
Beneath her.
Yeah, well, it also gave her a nice paycheck for about 2 decades.
I think that's what ultimately it came down to.
Yeah, I got it.
But
Dick,
yeah.
I'm here to tell you, naps are great.
They're all right.
They are so good. But I have one definite rule for naps. If you begin your nap when it is daylight outside, it is imperative that you wake up while it is still daylight outside.
Well, I mean, I think if a nap is longer than an hour, it's not a nap.
And that's rule 2. It should be less than an hour. But if you go to bed or take your nap when it's daylight and you wake up and it's dark, it screws your system up beyond repair for the rest of the day. You don't know.
What have you been doing?
Cats are marrying dogs. It just gets crazy.
What have you been doing?
Well, obviously I took a nap at the wrong time and I broke my key rule. Dude, that will screw you up. You ever done that before?
Yeah.
It doesn't work out very well. Because if it's dark, then your body's saying, all right, it's time to shut stuff down.
I just sleep whenever I want to sleep, though. I've done that where I woke up at like 1 a.m.
You feel like you've entered another dimension, man. That's what
and I just live my life.
You just got up at 1 and just went about your
business?
And
I'm like, what do I need to do today? Oh, I need to start doing that? Okay, I'll go start doing that.
I need to go reprogram the robot. Give him some new drawers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Got to re-lubricate.
Some new oil. Oil change time, buddy.
That's why I like the Segway idea. The Segway idea is a lot better than the real robot idea.
And it would be your face on the screen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And just going back and forth.
I feel like I've seen that
That's me
before.
nodding my head.
Yeah.
Think, 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 think.
Now, would you actually be interacting with it, like talking through it, so it's just there on your behalf?
I have the option to.
Okay, right. Yeah, of course. Should have known that.
If I need to be there.
If you feel like, if it's really if it's a real high leverage situation, like you're meeting with the city management or something. Yeah, I better talk through my robot now. This is not self-driving mode time, guys.
Yeah.
But at church, self-driving mode. Yeah.
I wouldn't go to church.
Well, the robot does. We've covered this.
Well, I fall asleep every time I go to church. I fall asleep. I keep moving on accident. Sorry.
You say I move a lot.
I don't mean to. I'm on a rolly chair. This sucks.
Watching you struggle.
I'm trying to get to where the wheel will stop moving.
Yeah, you got to get the caster angle just right.
I'm trying to get it.
Then the floors probably aren't level back there, so
there's a whole
slowly rolling away from the desk.
I was like, okay.
Don't ask me to play any video because I can't reach the keyboard anymore. Dick, when I was young, I would always hear this rumor that boxers' hands are considered lethal weapons. Did you ever hear this?
Are you talking about Nicolas Cage's main character from Con Air?
No, not that kind of illegal.
He's a lethal weapon.
So,
I can't believe that's the scene in the movie.
If a boxer were to get into a fight, there could be charges that were greater
I know
than
that.
if he was just a quote-unquote normal person. I don't think that's actually true.
No, because I think they made that argument for military men and women, where if you get, in a civilian life you get in trouble physically, they're like, hey, you're trained.
Right. Is that just a wives' tale?
I bet the prosecution can kind of make up whatever they want to try to prosecute with.
So I think you're in that case you're right. They can use that as an excuse. Look, this guy is a trained fighter and he hit somebody. He knew what he could do, but I don't think in the law it's actually like considered lethal. So it wouldn't be aggravated assault with a lethal weapon. It would just be aggravated assault. But if you're trying to prove guilt, you could really use that whole boxer angle.
I mean, that's what happened in Con Air.
I guess I don't remember. He's the one that had the...
No,
that was Buscemi.
Yeah, Nicolas Cage was the main character.
Yeah.
I think he was defending his wife or something.
Oh my gosh, I think you're right.
And the guy was like basically saying like, you are a trained
That's
killer.
right.
And then the guy died, I think. So he's like, you're going to jail.
You're going to jail. 'Cause
maximum
your hands
prison.
are a lethal weapon.
Because you're considered a lethal
See,
weapon. I'm
maybe
telling
it was
you.
these movies that made me believe all this crap, and I don't think
that
it's actually
movie
true.
is a masterpiece.
It's a master of something. But do you think that that's kind of the same for, I don't know, like an NFL kicker? Or maybe a soccer player? If someone falls down, they kick somebody, and be like, well, look, this guy kicks for his living.
Well, what happens if like a truck driver hits somebody?
There you go. Is it
So, I mean,
same? But actually, I think there is stricter rules.
what happens
right?
when my robot kills somebody?
Yeah, you programmed him
Yeah.
incorrectly. I don't know. I just think it's kind of funny. The things we believe when we were little kids. At least I did.
I don't know.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Dick, did you hear about this
Yes.
crazy new phenomenon? A strange
These
phenomenon.
are my favorite.
This is a really good one. It says, across the internet, which is not an actual place, by the way, Lego fans are documenting a strange phenomenon. A customer will order a box of Legos, open it up, and then discover that their plastic bricks have been replaced with noodles. Have you seen this or heard of this?
Well, are you talking about like
An unopened, sealed box of Legos. In one of these examples, this lady purchased a Lego set from Target. When they brought it home, they opened the box and discovered that instead of a beloved toy, it was filled with conchigli noodles. You know what conchigli noodles
No,
are?
I don't.
Those are little folded ones. They look like shells. Those are called conchiglis.
Oh,
There you go.
fancy.
Yeah, this is crazy. But I guess that makes sense because if you're going to shake the box, it sounds like Legos.
Yeah.
I would like to
They
think...
did that with graphics cards too. They put like shaved bricks.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and I guess they're not worried about it working. It just needs to look and have the appearance.
Like feel.
Yeah, and feel.
So
I don't know.
I didn't realize Legos were that like important.
But I just-
where you go through stealing them and then repackaging them with noodles.
That's what I'm thinking.
Because
But
graphics cards I get, they're like $1,500
well,
bucks.
Legos can be pretty expensive as well,
Yeah,
man.
$1,500 expensive.
Well, some of them are, yeah.
Well,
Some
like
of
the
them are.
Death Star one, but
Correct.
that's like a giant box. So how many noodles are you spending money on?
I mean, it can't be $1,500 worth of noodles. Noodles are cheap, dude. But I'd like to think that my tuned ear could tell the difference. If I'm shaking a box of Conchigli's or if it's Legos, I know the difference, bro. You ain't fooling me.
So what did Target do?
I don't know, but I do think I think it's funny. Well, so
You think this is like, oh, I found a cockroach in my food and it's fake kind of thing? Or a hair?
I do think at first I'd be a little disappointed, but think about all the pasta art you could do that you could hang up on your refrigerator. See? Thinking on the bright side. Or maybe you could have your keep your robot busy by telling him to make you a nice little Fusilli Jerry. But I think it's funny. We only complain about this when it's in this direction because if
I
you
think
ordered...
you have to understand why I have this robot.
Oh, God.
Okay? Anything in the house, I do. Anything I don't want to do outside the house,
Right,
the
you
robot
send them out,
does.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was
So-
like that was the whole point of Multiplicity, I think, the movie. Right? But I think it's funny. It only goes in one direction because if you were to order a box of noodles and you open it up and there's Death Star Legos in
Yeah.
there, you're not going to complain. But you're going to complain in the other direction.
No, I'm
right?
hungry.
Yeah, but just go buy another box for $1.25.
Man.
While you make that your al dente noodles, you could be putting together the Death Star.
I could go for some pasta tonight.
But I don't think anything like this has happened to me. I don't know if it's happened to you where you're expecting one thing in a package and you open it up and it's something different.
Well, I think I've done that where like we get an Amazon order or something and then it was like the neighbors, but I never checked the label and I thought it was mine because I ordered something
Uh-huh.
and then it wasn't. And I was like, this sucks. I wanted that. And so I went to my neighbor and I'm like, here's your soda that you ordered from whatever this is.
Very disappointed you were.
Yeah, it was some craft soda kind of stuff. I was like, this sucks. Where's my stuff?
Well, I don't know who's doing this. It would have to be done at the factory, right? I'm guessing. Because, I mean...
I don't care.
Okay, I just thought it was kind of funny.
Well, I mean, she bought it. That's why I asked about Target, because I feel like there's more quality control with Target.
Yeah, you would think. But, I mean...
Because like
Target's just the
Amazon, you never
middleman.
know.
Well, I think it's happening with several different retailers. In this particular story, it just cites Target. But, yeah, kind of funny, man. Somebody's making off with that. But the box is kind of cool. And if you're doing it that, you don't get to keep the box. You know what I'm saying?
In the instructions.
And the instructions. You just have a bag.
Yeah, I didn't realize how big Legos were. We had a guy, there's a local Lego store here called Bricks and Minifigs. Like, it's a store.
I understand the brick.
Well, they
bricks
can't
part.
say Legos.
What's the minifigs?
Like
the figurines.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about like figs, like the fruit,
No.
but just small ones.
No, I was surprised. I didn't realize Legos were, because I grew up, I love Legos. I got it. I was part of it.
Well, I was too.
But I didn't, I don't understand why there's a store to it. Because I've been to the Lego store. I get why there's a Lego store, because it's Lego and they sell Legos.
Well, it says, given the relatively high price of Lego and the low cost of pasta, it's easy to see.
Can you 3D print Legos?
Oh, yeah, for sure, man.
So why aren't we just doing that?
I mean, they wouldn't be legit Legos, but yeah, I'm sure you can do all kinds
Because,
of stuff.
I would love to put together the Death Star. Like, that would be a sweet little afternoon.
I think it's going to take you a little longer than that.
No, I bet I could do it.
You think you can make the Death Star out of pasta? Out of some nice fettuccine?
I'm not an artiste. I need
You
instructions.
need instructions? What if the instructions were there in the...
Then I give it the old try. And then, but yeah.
How many pastas can you name, Dick? Go ahead, start.
Linguine.
Ooh, ching, that's a good one.
Spaghetti.
Now that's 2.
Ravioli.
Look at you, man. 3.
Tortellini.
4. That was the and the one I just talked about.
Rigatoni.
Look at this guy's on a roll.
And I know most of them. I just need to know the shape.
Yeah, I think that's really all they are. They all taste the same.
Yeah,
they're just different
shape.
shapes. What makes them taste different is they hold the sauce differently, and so you interpret the flavor differently. But
I guess.
no, au contraire, they're all the same.
I made some Cajun pasta the other day. It was so good.
Would you have gotten to consigli?
Consigli?
Conchigli noodle? You wouldn't have arrived at that one? I didn't know that one either. I had to look it up, I confess. Get this, Dick.
Cool.
This is an hey, you nailed it. I think you got to 5. Relatively easy.
And only reason
You're
I know...
a noodle man. You're a noodle guy. I didn't know that about
Only
you.
reason I know that is I've cooked with them, so...
Oh, there is that. Is that an activity you would do and not your robot?
Cook?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. See, I'd have the robot do
I
the
like
cooking.
cooking, though.
I'll do the drinking. You do the cooking, Mr. Bot.
Yeah, I got some new seasonings this weekend. I'll try my Cubano ones today. I'll make some Cubano tasting food.
Listen to this. This is crazy, Dick. A Utah woman was convicted this past Monday of aggravated murder after poisoning her husband with fentanyl
Got him.
and had previously self-published a children's book about coping with grief.
Okay. Yeah.
Cannot make this stuff up. But I guess what she was doing was just preparing her children ahead of time for Dad's untimely passing.
That's sad.
Good
Why are we
God.
laughing about that?
It's a funny headline. Moving on.
That was terrible.
How about this one? A St. Patrick's Day float killed a woman in
What?
Kentucky after the victim's foot got caught in one of the procession vehicles and pulled her underneath it. And what's weird about this, man, is
Your video?
I don't believe. I mean,
'Cause
you can look. I didn't look for the video, but
So you're telling me she was in the street
she was walking. She's the one like yay,
and then
smiling,
her
and then
foot got caught
uh-huh.
on the vehicle towing,
Yes, the actual float. Yes.
and then so the float didn't kill her. It was the car.
Well, I mean, sometimes they could be the same thing. Unless it's like Sonic the Hedgehog floating up there next to Bluey.
No, I thought you were.
Normally, they're just cars.
No, I thought you were talking like a Final Destination thing where like the string from the float caught her, so she tripped and it dragged her in front of the car, and the car like,
Her foot just, I guess she was walking right next to it.
and then she's going, "Oh,
But that's got to be like the most slow motion
Yeah,
death.
that's-
They're barely moving.
that's kind of creepy."
That is kind of creepy, and I'm honestly surprised this hasn't happened
How old
before.
was she?
It
Because
does
she
say,
probably sounds like she's elderly.
I don't think she was. I think she was in her. This woman, it says, believed to be
Oh, this is a
in
made
her
up story.
50s.
Made up story.
No, it's not a made-up story, bruh. But I love how they can't even give her an exact age. It says she was walking alongside the parade, and then for some unknown reason, her foot got caught by the float, causing her to fall, and she got caught under the vehicle. That has got
So
to be
the
terrible.
float did do something to her.
It reached out and grabbed her, essentially, yes.
So the float pushed her.
Yes. But if you think about it, there's a lot of vehicles and pedestrians all mixed into one during a parade. Like I said, I'm kind of surprised this hasn't happened before, but what a horrific event to witness, right? I mean, there's got to be kids everywhere. And she probably went, oh, goodness, and slipped. And then you're like, oh, God. And then it gets sucked in there.
That lady ain't moving anymore.
It's not moving. I'm laughing because it's funny, but it ain't really funny. I mean, I guess if I were there to witness that, it would have ruined my St. Patrick's Day.
That's somebody's daughter, dude.
And mom, because, she's in her late 50s. No one can possibly know her age.
No, you can't assume that she had children.
I mean, this is true.
You can assume she has a mom and dad.
That's right. You're right. I'm sorry. And I can't assume that she even identifies as a woman. I mean, the story identifies as a woman.
No, you're going too far.
Okay, I take that back.
I'm pretty sure we can all agree that she had a mom and dad.
Okay.
Or a test tube baby. We don't know.
Well, speaking of moms and dads and test tube babies, Dick, do you think that being pregnant is a disability? Would you classify it as such?
I can see, legally, yes.
Really? Because I think legally, no, but in a practical application, I could see how perhaps.
No, because, I think, the legal term of a disability is, I imagine it's somewhere along the lines of a normal human has been altered in one way that it's not normal to everybody else. So,
Are
if
you
I'm
saying
missing
a pregnant
an arm,
woman is not normal?
Well, she had something happen to her where...
Yeah, I can tell you what happened to her.
She added a couple pounds. Probably pooping herself.
Yeah, that's it. Mm-hmm.
But...
Well, in Florida, they had some legislation last summer.
Didn't they do something like that with the HOV lane?
Yes. The woman tried to claim that she could be in the HOV lane because she was pregnant.
Yeah.
And I believe she lost that case, I think. We talked about it.
If that's... Yeah, because I was like, I bet you the... what is it? Not proof of life. Pro-life people. Pro-choice people. Sure. I bet that was a whole thing for them. A whole thing.
Well, under legislation passed in Florida last summer, women with a doctor's note verifying their pregnancy
good for them.
can now apply for a temporary handicapped parking placard, good for 1 year.
Good for them.
Don't pregnancies only last about 9 months? I'm not sure why you'd need it for a year.
Probably just the computer.
Just easier to program in 1 year.
Just give them a year.
It says the placard, which costs...
Plus, no, and then you have the afterbirth.
Ew.
But not the actual after. after they're born.
You're not taking that to the parking lot, though,
No,
dude.
not the actual afterbirth. the time after birth.
Yeah, that's pretty rough.
Yeah. You got stretched.
Mm-hmm. The placard, which costs $15, allows women and new moms, but only for 3 months up to that 1 year, the opportunity to park in any handicapped spot.
You know what's funny about that, though, is what's ironic about that is people are probably dog on them because it's a positive thing. Because most people see disability as being negative, so we have to give them the spot.
But
then now it's you're pregnant, way to go, but you shouldn't be doing that.
Isn't it good for the baby to be walking while you're pregnant? I could hear all kinds of different people arguing about this. I don't have legs, and here you are, hopping out of the car at 4 months pregnant. It's interesting, right? I would say that it varies, right? I don't know that it's, quote, a disability, but I think legally it could see that in later stages of pregnancy that it could be more difficult to get around. Thus, because I have seen the expectant mother parking spaces at restaurants and grocery stores. Have you seen those before?
No.
Parking reserved for expecting mothers. But that's just the store's policy. I go places, dude. Toys R Us.
Going to kid stores?
Maybe.
All right. Maybe. My robot is not allowed.
Right, yeah.
It's so many feet from a kid store.
Yeah, the statute of limitations hasn't passed for you yet.
There was a misunderstanding. It was on autopilot. It was stalking that 50-year-old or that old lady.
Well, the state representative, Fiona McFarland, says, having been pregnant myself in the Florida heat, It is a hard struggle to get across a big parking lot when you're 9 months pregnant, especially if you have other kids and if you're dragging gear and those fake Legos all the way back to your car. It's tough, man. It's tough. The moral here, don't get pregnant. Just don't do it.
Yeah.
Just say no, kids. Just say no.
Just pay someone else to carry your baby.
There you go. There is
problem
that.
solved.
There is that.
No, that's terrible.
It is kind of bad, man. It is kind of bad. Like I said, I don't know that I classify it as a handicap, but
I would.
I'm not going to get mad at it. I know you would. Look at that chick. She's all pregnant.
She's useless.
Yeah. Go. Next.
No, I mean, I think that's because can't you, like, as an elderly person, at one point you can get a crippled stick. Crip stick?
What? I don't believe we say that word anymore.
Oh, that's what my grandmother called it.
Well, she was from a different time.
Oh yeah,
Cripple stick.
Crip stick.
She also called the people to help.
No,
so let's just remember that.
True. That's true. No, I always loved hanging out with her because I was the one who always took her to the grocery store sometimes. That was kind of our thing. We'd do our shopping with her, and she's like, "I'm bringing the crip stick," and I'm like, "All right."
You better mind. Don't make me hit you with my crip stick.
No, it's just a sticker.
Oh, I thought it was actually a stick.
No, it was like a crip sticker.
Oh, sticker. It was better when it was a stick. I thought she had. I thought she was saying it was a cane or something
But
like
she
that.
got along well. That's what I was trying to remember. I was like, I don't remember her being.
She's working the system, bruh.
Yeah, I was
She's
like,
like, well, I'm past the age in which I can get pregnant. So what else can I do to get my crip stick?
Can you? Well, because I ever tell you about that by my old flame, that she's legally allowed to get a crip stick
Due to her
height.
challenge in height.
Her height,
Yes.
yeah.
Because technically she was a dwarf.
No, I think it was a small person because they actually had classifications. I looked it up.
So small person is bigger than a dwarf.
Well, no, because a dwarf is like 4 foot below.
Oh, I don't know the
And
classifications.
and there's different
But
especially
she was so short she could get a handicap. Okay, well, because she has to take extra steps to get to the
I have
parking,
no
the
idea.
front door of
I
the
have
grocery
no
store.
idea. I just remember going like, "Why are you signing up for this?" And she's like, "Oh, that's." I'm like, "You are allowed to do it.
Yeah.
Why are you even looking that
Work
up?"
the system. Work the system.
I was just like, "Why are you even looking that up?" I'm like, "I was just curious. I was just wondering how that."
Wow.
Yeah.
Never
wonder
took
why.
advantage of it.
No, that's stupid.
Do you think if she had a robot, she'd have a really short one, or do you think she'd get a tall one to make up for it?
Oh, she had a small man syndrome.
So she's gonna get a big old robot and then ride on it like a tauntaun in Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She would be looking down the whole time. This is what it's like. That's so funny. But I guess that when you're old enough, I guess like when you're 80, or how do you get it? Because I feel like there's a fine line between, oh, you're qualified for a crip stick. Then
I believe
you
we
lose.
need to stop calling it a crip stick first. Let's step one, Dick.
I like that word. It's fun to say. And then
a handicap placard.
Yeah,
I believe is what you mean.
handicap thing. And then you lose your eyesight. Like there's a fine line, right? When you for qualification, I feel like.
Yeah, I don't.
And you
think,
won't drive.
Well, I was gonna. Oh, I see what you're saying. Because I don't think losing your eyesight qualifies you for a handicap placard.
Well,
Because you're just not driving.
Well, I'm saying like,
but you're saying you get it and then you don't get it for very long because it's the same mentality of don't retire too late because then you might end up dead and you only get to live in retirement for like 2 years.
but
and enjoy
I'm
those retirement
already
years.
living retired.
Yeah, I know. You're in a perpetual state of weekend.
That's what we agreed on.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
No, Kurt likes to call it autopilot.
Yes, it's autopilot.
I'm on autopilot all the time.
There is so much truth to that. You have no idea.
No, it gets me all the time. He's like, "What are you doing? Are you on autopilot again?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
That's how I live my life, man. Autopilot.
I'm just like, whatever. The only time I live is when I sleep.
Jeez.
That's wonderful. But yeah, I'm gonna look that up real quick.
Okay, well, I have a terrible death story here too that I don't know that I want to like bring the show down with. You know what? There was a story that I didn't cover in the first half. Maybe I'll do that instead of another death story. What do you think, Dick? We've talked about this before, so I figured why not?
I will let you know Google doesn't like the word cryptstick.
Yeah, I wonder why. It says on Tuesday, March 10th, Zhang Kikon was arrested in the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport in Nairobi after authorities allegedly found
Oh, it's all medical condition.
2,238 live ants inside his luggage.
What?
Which means that somebody had to count those little bastards. Not just 2,000, 2,238.
They might have just weighed it.
No, I'm thinking it depends.
That's how you do a lot of numbers. Instead of
They,
counting
they
everything.
know how much one weighs,
And
and
it's
they
like-
weigh the bag, and they do, maybe so. I just like to think there was somebody counting going 1, 2. Dang it, I got to start over.
I mean, that's how the bank used to do it.
Well, and I'm also thinking, depending on
But-
the number of ants he has, the charge against him could be worse. So if he only had 100 of these,
So he was trying to smuggle these ants?
boy, he was smuggling. This is one of these
Oh, I love these stories.
smuggling. Yeah.
Especially, remember that one we talked about probably a year ago where you try to smuggle these bees
Beetles
and
and-
beetles, but he didn't use like the proper containment, so it was just like they showed the picture and it was just like
They're all-
cotton balls.
Yeah,
And,
that's kind of what this. There's a picture of it
And, like,
here in this
shampoo
story
bottles.
too. But since these are small little ants, they're just in little like pill bottles. But I don't see how these things
All right.
live.
I do want to let you know.
Yes, tell me more about the short.
So to get
thing.
to get a handicap sticker, it doesn't. There's no age requirement. It's
Well, yeah.
It's no matter how old or
Handicap
young.
knows no age. Yes.
It's only medical conditions.
Okay. I mean, you're telling this now. We've switched spots here. Yeah, I know.
Well, I thought
This
it
is
was like
like
an age
the
thing.
slip-on shoes. No, it's not. That's just being elderly is not a handicap, Dick.
Well, they get all the other perks. I figured that was one of the cool things. Like, oh, I'm finally
Discounts at
75. I get a Crip stick.
No, you don't just get a handicap placard because you're 80.
Well,
That's not how it
I
works.
thought it did. I really did. Well, I knew you could get it by disability. Duh. I just figured at one point, like,
Yeah, and if you're 16 and you have a disability, yeah, you can get
no, I get that. I meant like when you hit 80, you're like, you know what?
You know what? You look pretty disabled today.
Yeah,
Here you go.
No, I'm not kidding you. It was my grandmother, like, she tried to treat it as a perk for spending time with her. Mm-hmm. She's like, don't worry, I'll bring it. And I'm like, you
So
don't.
you thought your grandma had one just because she was old?
Yeah, because she seemed all right to me.
Well, now
We
she
got around.
acquired yeah, I bet. And good with good parking, too.
Yeah, it was. Oh man, I have so many good stories with her. That was so much fun.
I don't even know where I was going. Oh, yeah, because I didn't want to I didn't want to end the show on a downer with another woman who died. She was scared to get on a slide.
And
And
she died.
Yeah, I might as well do it now. A mom terrified of being pushed down a giant Colombian theme park.
Ooh.
She was scared. She didn't want to do it. They coerced her into do it. She died after falling 15 feet off the ride.
So
She didn't even want to do it in the first place. They talked her into doing it.
How did she fly off?
I'm guessing it was one of these ones that,
Yeah.
kind of go down and turn. She flipped off and died.
That's fun.
Died of death. There is a picture of her prior
I don't want
to the
see that.
death. It's not afterwards. It looks like she's on an inner tube. She does have a helmet on. So, hey, helmet for safety.
What kind of slide is this?
It's a big one. I mean, I'm looking at the pictures here. It looks like it does have a cover. So I'm guessing it, or maybe those are just light bars. I can't tell. It says footage shows her zooming down the slide moments before her death. I just think it's terrible that this woman didn't want to do it in the first place, and then she flies off of it. It's a
You
sad
have to
story.
wear a helmet.
Yeah. Well, this is in Colombia, man. They do things a little different down there.
Yeah, they
you
had-
probably rip a huge line of coke right before you do it too.
They had one of these in El
Colombia.
Salvador, and I was like, "Oh, that looks safe."
Yeah,
I know this is like a rubber mat one that
yeah.
you're on an inner tube. I thought you were talking about like a water.
I
park.
thought it was a water slide, but as I look at it, because she's on an inner tube, so I just
Yeah.
assumed there was some water there. But I guess it's just it's a dry slide.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's great. We're talking about God, the little things we said today are just gonna be in my mind for a while today.
You never want to. Dry slides aren't fun. You know what I'm saying? You always want your slide to be a little wet.
I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, man. It's a pretty good time for the quick hit here at the end of the show.
Who invented the Crip stick?
Dick, do you know who Robert C. Baker is? And this might be a little bit of nominative determinism. Robert C. Baker. He died in 2006, but was born in 1921, making him 84 years old when he died. Well, he was an American food science professor,
Oh, cool.
but he is credited with inventing the chicken nugget,
What?
as well as many other
That's fun.
poultry-related inventions. want to have that on my wiki page when I die. Credited with many poultry-related inventions. For his contributions to the poultry sciences, he was inducted into the American Poultry Hall of Fame.
That's funny.
But his last name being Baker, he's got to be in there for something, for food. Well, Baker traveled the world innovating how people eat and view chicken. He spent his entire academic life at Cornell University and published some 290 research papers. Doesn't seem like we need 290 research papers on chicken, but he apparently found a way to write that much about it. In 1970, he founded the university's Institute of Food Science and Marketing, and he is a fellow member of the Institute of Food Technologists. Now, what's interesting is McDonald's is often falsely credited with having invented the chicken nugget, but au contraire, Baker published his chicken nugget recipe in the Cornell publication back in 1963, and McDonald did not have a chicken nugget until 1979. So McDonald's was just cribbing off this guy. He is the true inventor. And I'm not even going to ask you. I'm just going to go ahead and posthumously put Robert C. Baker in as the audience of one onesie of the week, right in front of the lady who died off the slide. Because this guy contributed.
I don't even know when the last time I had a chicken nugget was.
Well, that's been too long. Pressed and formed meat is the way to go, my friend. Are you kidding?
No. I just thought about it.
Even so how about a chicken finger? I know you've probably had a chicken finger. Is that considered, because that's almost just like a tenderloin that's breaded and fried.
Yeah, I might have.
But a nugget is actually like pressed and formed. Kind of looks like a mitten at McDonald's. Always wondered how that worked.
I don't know.
You haven't had a chicken tendy in a while either?
I was offered some like 2 weeks ago. I didn't want them.
Turned it down. You're like, nah, bro.
This is my temple.
My body's my temple.
No, actually, it's really.
I don't eat fried food.
No, that was actually a funny moment.
But I'll smoke it.
Because I was really hungry. And then someone was nice enough to come over and be like, hey, I got this leftover. I think it was like a pizza or something. And I was like, you want some? I was like, oh, that'd be great. I'm like famished. And like right when I finished eating it, I was like, good, I'm good. This other person comes up and goes, hey, I ordered chicken tenders.
Oh, that was your chance to get tendies.
Now I don't want them. Here you go. And I was just like, dang, I'm full.
Did Freddie end up getting them?
No, she got my pocket sausages though.
That she did. I don't think that was I don't believe that was an on-air story.
Let me
how you left food in the pocket of your jacket, as you will do. Set the jacket down, and she
I hung it up.
Whatever.
I hung the jacket up, and
which is strange. Not really your style to hang it up. But yeah, she got in there.
That's not strange to hang up my jacket.
Just strange for you to do it. I just figured you fling your clothes wherever. Like when you get home, just wherever. Pants.
No, the jacket I always hang.
Well, it had food in it, so you're basically drawing the sausage.
Basically, we smoked some sausages, and I wrapped up some in foil, and I put it in my pocket. And I got another story for you. So I've been burning a bunch of stuff in the backyard, having fun. And so, every morning I get the puppies and get my coffee, and we kind of walk around and check on stuff. Well, I always lead them out. If they don't want to come in, I'm like, yeah, just go have fun. And Freddie had fun because Freddie,
your dog, Freddie,
came back like this.
I can't quite tell. It just looks like a picture of Freddie. I don't know what's on her. Does she have?
She decided.
I guess I can't quite tell from the picture.
She decided to roll around in ash.
Oh, she's like gray.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So she went through your pit ashes, I bet. Oh, my gosh. She does. She looks like she's about to get a crippled crip stick.
Yeah.
due to her advanced age.
Yeah, I was sitting there. Molly comes in, does her thing, and then I see Freddie, and I'm like, Freddie.
So, like, when you pet her, did she just look like a character off of the Peanuts gang?
And
there's
I'm
a big
sitting
cloud
there,
of dust around her.
I was like, Freddie, what did you do?
Oh, my God.
She got all up in that ash.
All up in that ash, huh?
Yeah. It was fun. So I immediately took her outside and strapped her to the fence and just sprayed her like she's a protester.
Oh, I thought you were just going to put her on the top like she's a protester. Oh, I was gonna make a.
I was like,
I was gonna make a Kent State joke, but that is inappropriate.
yeah, I was like, I had this like split
I thought
thought.
you were gonna say you just strapped her to the top of your car and just drove about 40 miles an hour.
She was covered, dude, and it was so funny because she had a ball. You could tell she was like, she comes in, she's like, yeah, that was awesome. And then I almost wanted to throw her in the pool, but then I realized it's probably not good for the pool. So.
No, yeah, the pool would be disgusting.
But yeah, so I strapped her, I chained her to the fence, and I was like, you're not going anywhere.
Dang it! Did you just watch her slowly change colors?
No, you know what's really strange about her is she's deathly afraid of the hose.
Interesting.
But she'll go swimming like nothing.
It's that stream.
But it's like when you it's just it's really.
She has a fear of the stream, bro.
But her sister.
Mm-hmm.
They're actual sisters from the same litter. She loves the bath. Like she'll sit there and like even do the little like nose up, like, yeah, make sure you get there. Make sure you get there. Yeah. I don't get it.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
That's why I have to chain her.
Yeah, I was wondering where that came in.
Well, because
that's just for fun.
Well, because I
just had these chains laying around.
These people came in one day, and they were promoting their self dog cleaning business on 105. So they don't clean your dog; they just have the tubs and everything to do it.
I've seen those.
And so I went to go check it out because I always support my community. Not with Freddie though. Freddie can't be out in public.
Right.
She's a viper. And then I was like looking at the mechanisms, how they designed it, and I was like, what's this all about? And that's how they chain the dog. And the guy was showing me, he's like, yeah, a lot of dogs, if you only give them like 5 inches, they will just sit still. And I was like, what do you mean? Like if you just chain, it's like 5-inch thing. They can't move. They can't move, and then they don't know what to do. They'll sit still.
Sit still.
And I was like, that's awesome. So that's why I did it to the like on one of the fence posts. I put a little thing in there.
So now you try it with your dates. See if it works the same way.
Yeah, I get my robot. My robot.
You know, this is the real live dick. All right, that's all the time we've got for this week, guys. Thank you for joining us, everyone.
I'm really into chain stuff.
I think we went a little long there at the end as we kind of babbled, but you know what? It was fun.
Yeah, well, spending time with you is one of the most favorite things I get to do every week with Audience of One every Friday at 10 a.m.
All right, man. Until next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.